Join us now to discuss the devastating amount of evidence that continues to build up against the corrupt Biden family. It's the founder of the Article 3 Project, Mike Davis. Mike, thanks for being here. You're a lawyer, so, you're well versed in this. You've worked on the Hill. Here's my whole thing. So you see what Congressman Goldman tried to put out, but it reminds me so much of the Russia collusion behind closed door testimony in which Democrats would come out and spin it in a way that later when we saw the transcripts when they were released was completely opposite of what witnesses had actually said. Do you think that's the case here?
Absolutely. They're professional con artists, and Representative Goldman is the leader of the con. I would say this, that there is very clear evidence that the president of the United States is compromised by tens of millions of dollars in these foreign bribes and other corruption. House Republicans must move forward with opening an impeachment inquiry immediately on both President Biden for being compromised and Merrick Garland for the cover-up. And they need to do this immediately. There are no more excuses. You cannot have a compromised president. We are in dangerous territory when we have a president who is compromised by illegal payments from Ukraine and China, the two biggest trouble spots in the world.
So far, everything I've seen that is leaked out of that hearing was basically information that we knew. So it's Devin Archer confirming basically what we knew from the laptop or other reporting. Was there anything that maybe we missed or something new that did come out of that testimony yesterday?
Well, according to the Democrats, it was just because Joe Biden loves his son and he wanted to go talk about the weather 20 times with Hunter Biden's foreign business partners, if you want to call it a business, foreign corruption partners. The joke, this is a joke, and House Republicans absolutely must move forward immediately. There are no more excuses. They're caught with the bank payments, with eyewitness testimony, SARS reports. What more evidence did they need that the president of the United States is compromised by tens of millions of dollars in foreign bribes and other payments to every Biden except for the 4-year-old granddaughter who Joe and Jill just acknowledged this week?
Yeah, there's some interesting spin going on related to the child fathered with London Roberts as well. Democrats are trying to cover for that, and that's not working out too well. I also thought I was watching Jonathan Lemire on NBC, and his whole excuse for why Joe Biden did this is that he was going through a very difficult time because Beau was dying, which is, another kind of disingenuous attempt to cover for the Bidens. You mentioned Merrick Garland, though. I want to get back to that sweetheart deal that fell apart last week. It was meant to protect Hunter from his, foreign agent violations from FARA. He took in millions, but he never registered as a foreign agent, which they get really upset with conservatives if they don't do that. Archer's testimony proves that Hunter did commit several criminal acts by acting as a foreign agent. Do you think he'll ever get prosecuted for that, though?
No, I don't. And that's why I think House Republicans should just move forward, call Hunter Biden in to testify. If he pleads the fifth, just give him immunity and make him testify against his father. There is a bigger concern here than putting a crackhead in jail or not putting him in jail, covering up for a crackhead. It's the president of the United States, Joe Biden, is compromised by tens of millions of dollars in foreign payments. And Russia clearly knows that Joe Biden is compromised. They have 17 audio recordings with Burisma executive, the Burisma executive, 15 with Hunter, 2 with Joe. Maybe, just maybe, Russia smelled Joe Biden and Hunter Biden's corruption and weakness and invaded Ukraine, because Russia did not invade Ukraine for 4 years of Trump. They invaded Ukraine when Obama put Biden in charge of Ukraine as vice president, and they're invading Ukraine again now. Maybe there are consequences to a corrupt, weak president of the United States.
And speaking of that, Mike, I do want to get to this op-ed written by President Donald Trump in Newsweek. It dropped yesterday. Real quick, the piece is called "The Real Victim of the Russiagate Hoax Wasn't Me, It Was the American People." And it appears that everything which we knew they accused Donald Trump of, Hunter and Joe Biden actually did. Hunter and Joe were bought off by a Moscow mayor while Donald Trump was accused of colluding with the Russians. Do you think I agree with Donald Trump, though he is the target, what the crimes that's been perpetrated on our country and what it's done to our country is really the worst result of this. What do you think?
I think that President Trump's Newsweek piece is spot on. Democrats have run massive election interference campaigns that the CIA would run in third world countries to get rid of a tyrant in a third world country. They're running these campaigns 3 different elections in a row with President Trump. 2016 with Russian collusion hoax, 2020 with the 51 intel agents saying that Hunter Biden's laptop evidencing Joe Biden's corruption, that he compromised. And then in 2024, they're going to use lawfare to try to take out Trump with Alvin Bragg, with Jack Smith, with Fani Willis. They fear they can't beat Trump in November 2024, so they're trying to take him out with lawfare.
Real quick, we're out of time, but 30 seconds. What do you say to those Republicans who are against impeachment, saying it's a slippery slope?
You know what's a slippery slope is when you have a president of the United States who is compromised, clearly compromised by tens of millions of dollars in foreign bribes and other payments, and House Republicans are too scared to do their constitutional duty, which is to impeach this president who is compromised. And if they don't want to do that, they should be primaried, they should lose their jobs.
Mike Davis, the Article 3 Project, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.